We're bringing someone out on stage who is an industry veteran, who has been in this industry, and not just in it, but a successful leader in network marketing for well over a decade. He has been there and done that. He is a proven leader. And wherever he goes, people follow. There are people here in this room today that are here because of someone like him. He is someone who got to the rank of 200K in just 45 days. If he can do that, ladies and gentlemen, there is no reason that every single one of you can't do something similar. You can. And what you're going to learn today are the very principles and foundational elements that will help you to take your business from where it is right now to where you really want to be. Be thinking about your goals. Be thinking about where you want to be at the end of 2015. And we're going to help you get there. So to start us off today, would you please join me in giving a huge Limu Nation round of applause to 200K Freddy Melero!
Memphis. You guys ready? Yeah! Well, guys, I'm excited. I'm from Miami, Florida, born and raised, Cuban parents. Just in case somebody's wondering where that funny English is coming from. Now you know. No relation to Ricky Ricardo, so don't confuse me. Right? And guys, I'm excited. I'm excited to be here. 4 months ago, we made a big decision to make a big move, and guys, we searched, we looked, and when I met Gary, when I saw what you guys out there that have been here before we came about 4 months ago, what you guys were doing here with the Limu mission and changing and impacting lives, we fell in love with this. And guys, we're so happy we're here. We're so happy to call Limu home. And who's excited to be here again? Yeah? Well, guys, I want to share with you guys a little bit of what I've learned through the years. I've been in the industry for about 17 years, and guys, I've failed forward like crazy. If you guys have gone through challenges in life and building in your business, guys, I've been through that. I've been through that and more. If you've wanted to quit, if you've gotten depressed, if you said I'm out, if people have canceled, rejected, if you've gone through all that stuff, guys, I've gone through that. But you know what? I realized that when I was going through struggles, and I would see other people win and other people have success. I always wondered, why are they succeeding? What is it that they're doing that I'm not? What is it, right? I mean, anybody ever wonder that? No, just me? Wrong? Anybody here? No? Yeah, we can do it the next time. No? So, one thing I learned was, I remember, there's a saying that says, when the student is ready, the master will appear, right? And I came into this industry, and I was one of those guys that knew it all. My background is, during my college years, one of my friends was doing extremely well in South Beach in Miami, where I live, promoting nightclubs. And I saw it as a great business venture and did extremely well. And when I met my wife about 17 years ago, I obviously had to make a career change. And as I did that, I didn't know what I was going to do next. And so I got introduced to network marketing. And guys, I thought I knew it all. I was that guy that, those system things, those tools, all that's for those people. I'm different, right? Anybody know someone like that? And guys, I fell flat on my feet. Financially, we struggled as a result of, my attitude, right? And a lot of it was lack of knowledge, right? I mean, part of it was me not being open and whatnot. But, everything happens for a reason. I believe the man up above puts us through certain challenges and stuff in life to, for a certain reason. Anybody agree, right? Everything happens for a reason. And I firmly believe every situation in life, good situations and bad, have prepared us for this moment. And so when I was speaking to one of my first mentors, I asked him, what do I got to do? And, the first thing he said, he was like, Freddie, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. And he said, Freddie, for things to change, you've got to change. For things to get better, you've got to get better. And that's when I really opened up to personal development. I got introduced to Jim Rohn. Any Jim Rohn fans out there? One of the reasons I fell in love with Gary was because when I walked into his office, he had a picture of him and Jim Rohn, and he told me he was, he worked with him for over a year, doing events and stuff like that. And I think a lot of times, guys, we all have excuses, right? And I think, because of those quote-unquote excuses, we don't get anywhere in life. We don't accomplish things in life. And, one of the things I've learned is you've got to turn those excuses into reasons why you must, right? Instead of excuses of why you can't, reasons why you must do it, right? And so Anthony Robbins has a saying, the only thing keeping you back from what you truly want in life is that story that you have that's holding you back, right? The story you keep telling yourself and others of why you can't. Think about every time you haven't accomplished something or you haven't done something, there's always that story, right? What would happen if you dropped that story? I mean, literally, like, stepped on it, dropped it, let it go, and moved in spite of it. What would happen, right? How would things be different? So, this is what I realize. People tell me all the time, but Freddie, you don't understand, we're going through a crisis. Well, any Andy Andrews fans out there? You guys have never heard of him? He's got a book called The Traveler's Gift. Unbelievable book. I suggest everybody read it. He said, all people, all lives are either in crisis, coming out of a crisis, or get ready, it's coming, right? Anybody agree? I mean, just look at your last 5 years of life. I mean, there's always something going on. So this is what I've realized, it's not what happens to you in life, it's how you choose to act in spite of it. Because guess what, guys? We can all choose to act in spite of it. Yes or yes?
Yes.
It's always a choice. You can either, when something happens, you can either get depressed about it, right? Which is the easy way out. Or you can say, you know what? It is what it is. I got to deal with what I've been dealt with. I'm choosing to move in spite of it, right? It doesn't serve me or anybody to stay there.
That's right.
I've got to move on, right? It's always a choice. It's an attitude, right? And John Maxwell, any John Maxwell fans out there?
Woo!
15 Laws of Growth, I believe, is his personal development book that he came out with recently. Powerful, powerful book, guys. Guys, I'll tell you, leaders are readers. You've got to always be feeding your mind with great stuff, okay? And so I share this with you guys so you guys understand. Now, guys, as we build our business, one of the things that I realize is, a lot of us come from a sales background. Anybody sales background? One of my biggest challenges in network marketing was that, if you sat down in front of me, that credit card was coming out, right? And one of the things that I realized was that I was not duplicatable. A, nobody could copy me, right? And B, the people that signed up with me were like, let me just sign up so I can get rid of this guy, right? But I didn't get that, right? And one of the things I realized is, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. This business is all about connecting with people. The business, what you're doing, is secondary. This is a people business. People do business with people they know, they like, and they trust, right? And so ultimately, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So guys, when you meet someone, talk to them. Say hi. Smile. Where are you from? What do you do? Get to know someone, right? Take a sincere interest in someone and watch how things happen. Because guess what? If you get to know someone and you make that connection, all of a sudden they're interested in you. Who do people like to talk about the most in their life?
Themselves.
So do you think if you get them talking about themselves that they might say, man, I like this person, right? This guy's awesome. You haven't even said a word. Where are you from? Right? So I share that with you because, guys, that's what this business is all about. And I realized, when I got this business, when I really started understanding it, one of the things I realized is that if you help enough other people get what they want, they're ready, willing, and able to do something about it, right? You can get what you want, guys. What the beautiful thing about network marketing, one of my reasons why I do this, because when I got in, it was pure desperation to get out of a financial situation that was killing us, right? Now it's more of an inspiration of how many more people can I pay it forward. I know what this business can do, guys. If it's done right, guys, the ability to own your life, to do what you want, where you want, wherever you want. Stop and think. If time and money were not a challenge in your life, what would you do? What would you do more of? So many people right now in life are at a job or doing something, and the reason they're there is because life got in the way, right? Kids came out, right? All of a sudden bills and house debt and this and that, and they just had to pay the bills, but they're not following their passion. This allows you to do that, right? Because if you can eliminate time and money, you can do that. So, obviously it's done by helping other people. Lead by example. Guys, this is a business where people do what you do, not what you say. And, I've been a victim of this, right? I've been the guy, you, and that didn't work. Has that worked for anybody, right? You know, fortunately or unfortunately, we're building a volunteer army here, and people do things for their reasons, not yours and mine. So to think that somebody's going to do something just because, you know, you tell, it's not going to happen, right? So I share that with you because, guys, this is a business that if you want people, for example, enrolling, you've got to enroll, all right? Sponsoring. If you want people breaking people to 2Ks, you got to do it. If you want people doing parties, you got to do parties. If you want people going 3 for free, you've got to do everything you do. They've got to, everything you want them to do, you've got to do. If you want people at events, you got to be at the event, right? Now, who doesn't believe me? A few people? Is it the English? No, I'm kidding. I love to show this example because a lot of times people don't get this part. This business is all leadership by example. So I want to do a quick exercise because I think, you know, sometimes when you get people interactive and stuff, you know, they kind of get it a little bit more. You guys with me? Yes? You guys ready?
Yes.
Get your thumb and your index finger, put on your forehead. Everybody? You're not doing it? No. All right, go for it. Move it down to your cheek. This is not your cheek. People do as you do, not as you say. Capiche? Make sense? So understand, guys, that people are always going to follow you. If you're wondering why aren't they doing parties? Well, when was the last time you did one? Why aren't they bringing new people? Well, when's the last time you brought someone, right? Why aren't they doing this? When was the last time you did that, right? Always ask yourself. The mirror, guys, will always tell you the truth. If there's ever a problem, just go mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the cause of my problems, right? You'll get the answer. I will tell you, having been in this industry for a while, I've learned a lot, you know. I'm that guy that wants everybody to win. I'm that guy that wants everybody to see it. I'm that guy that wants it more for others than they want it for themselves. And guys, this is the reality. And I share this with you guys because I think if you have proper expectations, guys, you can build. Because sometimes we think, this only happens to me, right? Why did this person quit? Why did this happen? Some of the things that I've learned, and I don't think this will ever change, and, you know, having been in the industry, I'll tell you, you know, I mentioned years in the industry. Guys, I'm a student of success. I've watched so many videos of the top leaders here, and, you know, I'm always trying to find out what makes people tick, what makes people win. And there's certain things that I've realized, you know, from personal experience, from building massive teams and stuff, but really from seeing leaders. And number one, if you don't know this yet, you're going to talk to people and they're going to say no. Does that happen to anybody? Yeah. Okay, cool. I thought I was the only one. You're probably going to invite people over to your party that said they're going to come, and they don't show up. Yeah. Does that happen to anybody yet? No? Yes. Happen to anybody today here at the event? There will be some times that people will quit. Has that happened to anybody here? No? Yeah. Guys, people quit everything. I mean, you know, about 45 days ago, there was a bunch of people that signed up for something to get slim and trim, right? They signed up for a gym membership. And most people, statistics say, didn't even go back after they signed up, right? People quit things all the time, right? People have marriages with $1 million weddings and photos and this and that, and then they divorce, right? So I'm just saying, if they do that with bigger commitments, it happens. You with me? And guys, leaders leave. You know, one thing I've learned is you've got to build this business being emotionally detached to what happens. Because guys, you don't have control of these things. I can't make somebody say yes. I can't make somebody show up. I can't make somebody not quit, right? Can't make a leader not leave. It's a volunteer army. You guys with me?
Yes.
So if you get this and this happens and you understand, you move in spite of it and you keep going. You know, as a Jim Rohn fan, he's got a philosophy called the ant philosophy. Anybody heard of the ant philosophy? You know, he says, if you look at a string of ants, you know, ants coming down a line, let's say a sidewalk, right? And you put your foot right there where the ants are coming, those ants typically will go over, as long as you don't step on them, they're going to go over your foot, around your foot, but they're going to keep going. You guys with me? And in life, guys, like I mentioned earlier, it's not what happens to you, it's how you choose to respond in spite of it. These things will happen, guys, and if it hasn't happened to you guys, either A, you're not working the business, or you haven't worked it long enough, right? Because all of these things will happen to you. It's part of life. And I share it with you so you understand that it works. 3 things that, let me go back. Can you guys go back one slide? There you go. 3 things I've learned to be successful in this business, and characteristics. I can tell, after you work with so many people, you've enrolled so many people, you've helped people win, you've talked to so many people, you've interviewed people, you've run with them, you've been in cars with them, you've been on planes with them, you've been in different events, you've been in ups and downs, and 2-hour psychology calls, and when you've been through all this stuff, you realize a couple things. To be successful in network marketing, you need these 3 things, and this is pretty much it. Number 1, you've got to be hungry.
Yeah.
You got to be what?
Hungry.
You got to be what?
Hungry.
You gotta be hungry. Why? Because guys, this business is not, most people do this part-time. Most people have a full plate of life. If there isn't a reason why, a hunger, a desire to improve some area of their life, something that drives them, that propels them, they're not gonna make the necessary sacrifices to do what needs to get done. You guys with me? Yes or yes?
Yes.
So when I sit down with somebody, the first thing I wanna know is, why are you doing this? If it's just money, money doesn't motivate people. I want to know what it is. How many here ask people what their why is when they get started? Start asking, you'll be surprised. In a volunteer army, guys, guess what? I can't fire you, but I can remind you why you're doing this and say, oh, I thought you really wanted to pay off that debt. I thought you wanted to send your daughter to that school. I thought you wanted to go on this mission trip. I thought you wanted to, yes or no? I mean, so you get it. Number 2, teachable and coachable. Anybody ever had people like myself earlier in the career that came in and knew it all? And all of a sudden are no longer here, right? Guys, you gotta be teachable and coachable. We have a system that works if you work it. And at the end of the day, you have to share this in a way where people can do what you did. It's not what works, it's what duplicate and works. And what I've realized in this business is that most people complicate the simple things. This is the most simplest business I've ever done. I used to, in the beginning, I was that person that explained the comp plan, that person that explained products. I used to do the 2-hour, 3-hour presentations. Now I just point to tools. I say less now and have more success than before when I educated people and I felt good about speaking. Teachable and coachable. And guys, you gotta get to work. Nothing happens unless you do. There's so many people in life that want to succeed, and they don't understand that no one's going to come to your house to make your dreams come true. You got to go out there and do it, right? And you got to do it and do it and do it till the job gets done. So get to work. I will tell you, like I mentioned, sacrifice. I've got 3 kids. My wife is not here today. My daughter has a big competition tomorrow, a dance competition, and I share that with you because there's going to be sacrifices that you're going to have to make in order to do this. I'm not there. I'm here, right? My son, younger son, he's going to be a baseball pro. I mean, he loves this stuff. I mean, that was not my favorite sport growing up. He loves it. He's training with some major league baseball players. Things that we were able to do because of network marketing, right? Because of the business we built. My little guy, he's an expert at breakdancing, playing, what's that game that's really popular with the kids right now? The mazes and all that stuff. Minecraft, and he's an expert at that stuff. He's going to be a champion at that. But I share that with you because, guys, we all have family. We all have things that, we have to sacrifice in order to be able to accomplish big things. But if you're not willing to do that, guys, you'll never be able to do that. This requires sacrifice. But why are you doing this? That why is going to justify why you can't make it this time, but you'll be there next time, right? Why you can't go on, certain event because you're doing this, right? Make sense? I'll leave you with this, guys. This is something that I heard once, and man, it still gives me chills. I'm about to read it to you guys, and I want you guys to repeat it with me when it goes on the screen. If you speak Spanish, just say it in Spanish. I'm kidding. By the way, ¿dónde están los Latinos? A few Latinos there. But this is something that when I heard it, and it goes in alignment with this, just changed my life and perspective. Every time I see it, it keeps me in check. Every time I feel myself getting off or drifting, I read this this quote. And here we go. You guys ready? Are you ready? Here we go. I will act now. I will. Let's all say it at the same time because now we're going to be forever. 1, 2, 3. I will act now. I will act now. I will act now. Henceforth, I will repeat these words each hour, each day, every day, until the words become as much a habit as my breathing, and the action which follows becomes as instinctive as the blinking of my eyelids. With these words, I can condition my mind to perform every action necessary for my success. I will act now. I will repeat these words again and again and again. I will walk where failures fear to walk. I will work when failures seek rest. I will act now, for now is all I have. Tomorrow is a day reserved for the labor of the lazy. I am not lazy. Tomorrow is the day when the failure will succeed. I am not a failure. I will act now. Success will not wait. If I delay, success will become wed to another and lost to me forever. This is the time. This is the place. I am the person. Guys, I believe every single person in this room, if they want to, can succeed. This is not a complicated business. It starts with a belief, a dream, if you will, a why, that teachable spirit, and that willingness to work, guys, and doing it over and over and over again. God knows how many people are out there praying for what we have, and they have no idea it exists. Our job is to share it with the world. And the reality is not everybody will see it, even though everybody can participate in it, right? It's all about people's timing. And so, guys, I'm a man of faith. I tell people all the time, I pray to God, and I have gratitude and for everything we have and all the people that we've attracted in our life. But guys, the reality is, don't ask God to guide your footsteps unless you're willing to move your feet.
Oh, that's good.
Opportunity's not going to get any better, guys. Opportunity's not going to get any better. If you've been praying for a solution, I know a lot of you guys want 2015 to be your best year ever, guys. This is it. It's here. Now what are you going to do with it? Remember, opportunities don't go away. They go to someone else. Don't miss a shot, guys. I'm Freddy Melero, and I am Limu.
You like that?